applying lessons and principles that I've been applying in my 20s so far that has made it a little bit less confusing and overwhelming. Let's get into it. So I remember as a teenager growing up, was super excited to get in my 20s, thinking my 20s are going to be the best year of my life, whether it's traveling across the world, building a career that I love, or just exploring and trying new things. But the reality of it is, no one really prepares you for how confusing, overwhelming, very challenging it can actually be. I faced a lot of self-doubt, a lot of challenges, and just a lot of moments where I feel completely lost. Lesson 1. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. Your 20s are often treated like a race against time. Trying to be very successful, trying to have a career that you're happy about. Society tells us to have it all figured out, land a dream job, and climb the top of your career. The reality of it is, life is a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself. Pacing yourself is everything. Don't try to go all out and don't try to burst quickly, because the reality of it is you're going to hurt yourself in the long term. So always remind yourself when you get to the point of you're exhausted and you're tired to pace yourself and slow down. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. Lesson 2, it's okay to feel lost. There are so many times I thought I failed because I was completely lost. But I've realized that feeling is completely normal. It's a sign that you're growing and figuring out what you like and what you don't like. It's okay not to have a clear direction all the time. Instead, lean into it. Explore, experiment, and embrace the journey. Embrace the uncertainty. Because sometimes the best in the life comes when you least expect them. Recovery is your superpower. In your 20s, that's the best time to experiment and try different stuff. The reality of it is you can take more risk in your 20s because you have the ability to recover from it. Now, unless if you do certain stuff like going to jail, committing a big crime, if it comes to just experimenting and trying a different career paths, trying to learn a new skill, trying to travel the world and build a business that way. The reality of it is in your 20s, it's super easy for you to recover compared to when you get older. So me understanding this lesson and this principle has given me the chance to be able to experiment more and try new stuff, because I know for a fact that I can recover as long as I don't make a major mistake in my career. Lesson 4, or principle 4, fail faster. Failure is uncomfortable, but avoiding it is worse. I used to dread failure because I thought it meant I wasn't good enough. But I've learned over time failing faster means learning faster. Each setback teaches you something vulnerable that you can learn and apply towards your next adventure. And it also shows that I'm one step closer to being successful in whatever I'm trying to do. Fail, learn, keep moving. Fail, learn, keep moving. Lesson 5, become financially literate. Money matters, and being financially literate is essential in life. Understanding how to budget, how to save, and avoid unnecessary debt is a skill set that I think learning in your 20s would save you long term. I made a lot of mistake over time in my financial journey so far, but one thing I prioritize myself, especially this year, is really understanding how to manage my finances and be able to plan myself for the future to be able to save long. So spending time to either read books, go to workshop, becoming financially literate would save you in the long term. Lesson 6, prioritize your health. One of the biggest stuff I did early off in my early 20s, I believe at 18, 19, was started to lift weights. I prioritize my health. Lifting heavy weights, building muscles, building mass. I used to be a very skinny, tiny kid. And then over time of just eating and lifting heavy, I've been able to be at a size that I'm really happy about. Although over time you want to improve, I really try to prioritize my health from lifting, running, walking, trying to eat clean as much as possible. Prioritizing your health would save you in the long term. In your 20s, it's super easy to build the dream body that you want. And the reality of it is, as harsh as society is, having a fit body would take you in places that not having one wouldn't. So I do put a decent amount of effort into my look. I put a decent amount of effort into my health. I put a decent amount of effort into eating clean, sleeping, taking the right supplements to keep me in a better headspace. Because the reality of it is, if you don't do that right now, it's going to catch up to you in your 30s. So prioritize your health. Do not joke with it. Prioritize your health. Lesson 7, prioritize skill over income. It's tempting to chase the highest paying job in your early 20s because you're trying to make so much money. But the reality of it is building skills will take you far. skills compound over time and ultimately will lead you to amazing opportunities that just a high income wouldn't lead you to. Invest in learning, whether it's courses, workshops. I have put so much money into different courses and workshops, from business courses to filmmaking courses to networking courses, to see how can I become better at different skill set, whether it's marketing, camera presentation, editing, videography, photography, web development, whatever skill you're trying to learn. Honestly, investing in skills and trying to build that will take you farther than just a paycheck. And that's the reality of it. Prioritize learning skills over income in your 20s. The last one for me is comparison is the thief of joy. It's super easy in the day and age that we live in of social media to always compare yourself to other people. But the fact of the matter is, you never know what people are going through. So I always advise to prioritize just focusing on where you're at and being appreciative of the stuff that you have. Some people will give everything to be in the position that you're in. And forgetting that fact can always lead you to comparing to other people. But prioritize always being appreciative of what you have and stop comparing, because the reality of it is people go through different phases, different challenges. But when you prioritize focusing on what you have and appreciate for it and know for a fact that over time it's going to get better, you can go further in life. And those are some of the lessons that I've learned so far in my 20s. I still have a lot. I don't know a lot, and I'm being aware of that. But some of these lessons I've learned the hard way, the easy way, but I'm grateful that I have, and I'm hoping some of this will be able to help you in the future. And if you like this, you can check out this next video, which talks about the mindset that changed everything for me. And I will catch you guys in the next one.